Hey everybody, and welcome back to Skyrim. Hope you're all doing very well. It is a beautiful night here in Whiterun. It's been quite some time actually since I played Skyrim. Just been super busy, but yeah, I was thinking about it the other day and desperate to kind of get back into it, and finally been able to. Now, this guy Maurice here is following us because we are going to go and find the Eldergleam. I don't really know why, but they've just kind of, he's just kind of forced himself upon us to tag along. Appears to have no armor, no weapon, so yeah, I'm sure this is going to go really well. But we're going to kind of wander out now to the Eldergleam Sanctuary. He seems to know a little bit about it, so maybe he'll have some sort of useful information there. But yeah, that sky is quite something, isn't it? But yeah, I hope you're all doing very well. I'm doing really good myself. So yeah, let's kind of crack on, I guess. Check I've got my sword out and everything like that. We seem to have a restoration spell as our... Do we not want our shield, perhaps? Or even really, right now, probably want a torch out, don't we? So we can see it a little bit better. These roads could be dangerous, I guess, as we travel onwards. And I guess the question actually is now, where are we travelling to? Let's have a look on the old map even. Not there. There. So we have to go past our old friends at Valtheim Towers, Helgren's Tomb, Lost Knife Hideout, and kind of carry on there to Eldergleam Sanctuary. So we got a little bit of a walk, a little bit of a wander here today in this amazing, incredible game that I just love so much. There will be a mod list as well, which I'm going to do a video on and post the list for you guys as well to kind of go through and have a look and maybe give my advice on what to mod and what to do and stuff like that. I think my game looks okay. I wouldn't say I have the most optimal mod build. I wouldn't say I have the most, the best or the definitive. I don't know if there is one really. Mods change all the time, but I do like what I've got going on here. There's a lot of fun. Catch you, Lunamoth, and you, Tundra Cotton. But yeah, I do like what I've got going on. I've modded multiple Skyrim over the years, and always loved it. I look forward to the next generation now of video games and what will be the next Skyrim. This game now close to 10 years old, 2011, November 2011, so 9 or so years old, 11th of the 11th 11, wasn't it? I still remember that to this day. And I wonder if the game that comes out, I think maybe a week after that, maybe the 19th, I wonder if Cyberpunk will be the next Skyrim. I think the thing about Skyrim that people kind of forget maybe about it, and the reason why it's so popular, people think it's because the game is so good, or why it's so popular for modding. What do you want? Hello.
I'm collecting ingredients to bring to the gourmet. He'll think my taste so refined when I offer them to him. You
Okay.
have heard of the gourmet?
Never heard of him.
You've not heard of the gourmet? Author of Uncommon Taste? He is a wizard with a spatula. Well, not an actual wizard, but his recipes are legendary.
Okay.
I've heard the gourmet is in Skyrim right now.
Wow. That's cool, Balbus. Anyway, yeah, I think the reason why Skyrim has endured in its popularity is, well, firstly, it has incredible lore. It has really interesting stories going on. It's beautiful. The landscape, I think, is something that has really resonated with everybody. Did I get that first time? I did. Look at that. That was pretty cool. But I think mostly because Bethesda encourage modding. Now, I'm not going to say they're the best people for encouraging modding or whatever, but they do encourage modding, and their controversies over the years and their kind of workshop and things like that has maybe infuriated people or stuff like that. But the reality is that they put the tools out there for people to be able to mod their video games. And if Skyrim was not easily moddable and there wasn't this abundance of mods out there, there's absolutely no way I'd be playing it right now. It would, and I played it on Switch maybe like 2 years ago, and it was fun. But you were like, wow, I do miss the mods, which just, I mean, firstly, that's always a slightly inferior mode because, the Switch, it's a miracle it runs on the Switch, really, when you think about it. But graphically, it's not even up there with like Xbox 360, probably. Well, what? Who are you trying to fight?
Huh?
You don't even have a weapon, Maurice.
Much further to the sanctuary?
You better hope not. I don't think you're going to go around punching things, are you? I do go up there at some point. I think it's just a giant camp, but we'll see. What's that? That's there. I've got stomach rot as well, by the way. I don't know. Maybe it's my fortify shouts and it's just telling me it's coming to an end. This should be clear still. This tower, I think. I don't think there's anybody there. I could be wrong. I can't quite see. Is there someone by the fire? It's just in case. I think it's clear actually. The fire's just still going. Yeah, magic. Yeah, I think that the modding is what's done it. So I wonder if, there will be another Skyrim, because will developers allow games to be modded in such an extent? I mean, The Witcher 3 is a magnificent game, but without doubt, it is not. There is not the breadth of modding that goes into it that there has been with Skyrim, and arguably Witcher 3 is a better game than Skyrim. I mean, obviously, if you kind of compare them apples for apples, but, for what they were when they released, you would say so, but perhaps it isn't, a king of modding, for whatever reason that is. Is it because it's, the game itself is not kind of set up for that sort of thing, or is it because CD Projekt Red maybe are not as mod friendly as other developers? I don't know, but clearly it's not the same. Maybe because it's third person, you don't maybe see that many third person games modded. It's more first person stuff. I don't know, but it's clearly not the same. So we can choose to go left here and cut across, but I don't think we will. I think we'll carry on down this path, and then around there we'll oh no, actually we'll carry on down the path to about there and then cut across, I guess. Yeah, we'll just carry on down this path, basically. Yeah, so I wonder if Cyberpunk will be the next thing, the next mod thing, or if there will ever be a phenomenon like this until maybe even the next Elder Scrolls or the next Fallout, because, we forget about the Fallout series sometimes. The Fallout 4 is a wonderful game modded as well. Never understand the flack Fallout 4 gets, personally. I think it's one of the weirdest kind of tropes, if you like, in video games, that Fallout 4 is in some way a bad game. What the hell is going on up here? What have I got on my shouts? 184 is okay. We might need this. Get ready, guys. Oh, he just smacked a wood out.
Hey, watch what you're doing.
What was he fighting anyway? A wild Durzog and a wolf. I'll take his out. Who is he? Some sort of badass adventurer. Oh. Dude, you don't look so well. No, you're okay, buddy, yeah. I think you've been casting some spells on yourself or drinking something. Yes. You do not look okay. I think we carry on down here. Let me just check. Yes, we're going to carry on down here. But yeah, so I wonder if we'll ever see the likes of Skyrim again. And you know, the next Elder Scrolls is not coming out for a long time, let's face it. I imagine 2 to 3 years, more likely 3, to be fair, until we see that game. And it could be even longer. You know, we haven't seen anything of Starfield yet other than a teaser trailer, and that comes out before. So I do wonder what the... I was going to say I wonder what the world will look like when the next Skyrim comes out. That's a bit deep, but I wonder what video gaming will look like by that point. We'll be knee deep into this current, well, this next generation that comes out. It'll be the current generation then, obviously. And I wonder, you know, where PC gaming will be. We'll probably be coming up to the 50 series in video gaming. If we had the 30 come out now, and they usually do every 2 years now, so we'd have the 50. Like, would it be 4K 120 as standard, or would it be, you know, will 4K 120 hertz TVs be cheap in 4 years' time, and that'll be what everyone's playing? Like the consoles. Thank you. Assuming I'm the big one there. Right, we're going to have to cross this river, folks. I'm going to get by using my shouting. Oh, well, it didn't quite work. Where are you going? I'm going to swim across the widest bit. I will now change that back to unrelenting force, because we all know what's going to happen otherwise. Oh, hello. There's a camp down here. Yeah, to say I'm excited for Cyberpunk, though, would be an understatement. And while I do think I have a preference for this kind of fantasy setting, look at that light on the... It's quite stunning. Oh, they're dead. The swimmers. The hunters. What killed them? Are you dead? Oh, no, you're not dead. You're sleeping on a rock. Okay. Fair play, fair play. I mean, just leave them to it. Like, they're having a good time. He's ever ready with his fists. Those fists of fury. Ready to be unleashed on anything. Unless it's spiky or sword of some sort. But yeah, I do, you know, Eldergleam Sanctuary, here we are. I do wonder what gaming will look like. Or gaming, I think, is now incredibly mainstream and has overtaken films as an industry. And what will it look like in 4 years' time? It's going to be very interesting. Okay. Ah, the Eldergleam Sanctuary.
Don't see that every day.
You do not see that every day, of good. You do not. That's quite stunning. That's quite something. Who's this fellow?
Hello there, friend.
Hello.
Come to enjoy the sights and sounds of this beautiful sanctuary as I have?
I have, yes.
Remarkable, isn't it?
It is pretty good, yeah. Let's put my sword away. These people seem quite friendly. Let's have a chat with this guy then. Sond.
Welcome to Eldergleam Sanctuary, my
Oh, do I not have my subtitles on? I do not. I apologise.
friend. Kinnereth humbles us with her beauty.
Yeah. He doesn't need to be subtitling. Who's this? Oh, there's a book here. Restoration increase, very nice. I can speed read, you see, it's part of being the Dragonborn. Master.
Amazing that such beauty could exist in a place as desolate as the volcanic tundra.
What is this
You
place?
are in Eldergleam Sanctuary.
I mean, I know it
Just
already.
a small glimpse of what beauty Kinnared has to offer. Wonderful place, isn't it?
Absolutely. And that tree is at the Eldergleam. I haven't even seen the
Yes,
tree,
my
but
friend.
sure.
Though no one has been able to get close to her for as long as I can remember.
Why not?
As you can see, Eldergleam's roots are large and stretch far, blocking any path to her trunk. Though,
Right.
believe it or not, there are rumors of a weapon that even Eldergleam herself would lift her roots for. More fear than respect.
You mean this
The
weapon?
rumors were true. I beg of you, don't harm the tree. Nothing good can come of it.
I don't think that's an option, to be honest with you.
I'm still here.
Okay. Ooh, okay, that is a tree, isn't it? It does have big old roots, doesn't it? Right, where's Nettlebane? There's Nettlebane. Spriggan's leave on combat for 8 seconds. Ching. Well, let's go and introduce this tree to my little spiky friend here. And let's find out. That's right. Move out my way, tree. Very good. Okay. Activate Eldergleam. What? What was that? Oh god. Why health is going down? Wide fast. There you are. Oh. Done, yeah? I was going to have a little look around here. And why that was kind of flashing there. If it's only a Spriggan, I'm not really... not afraid of some Spriggan. Oh, there's another Spriggan. Yeah, look, it's fleeing. That's rude. No regeneration on my watch, buddy. Okay. What happened to Maurice? Did he run away? I don't know. Don't really care, I mean... oh no, I think he's here.
It's like it. I can't believe I finally made it here.
Yep. You gonna stay here now? Good. I mean, that was... Oh, hello. Gotcha. These Spriggans will get the better of me around here. Where's, any more for any more? Yes. Let's have vulnerable Spriggan. Okay, this one's... Okay. Any more Spriggans wanna dance? No? Okay. Good. We're going home. Lay jazz bake. Yes. I know there's a quest where you have to collect a load of them, and I always struggled to collect them. So whenever I see them, I'm always like, oh, jazz bake grapes. Can't even remember what the quest is now. We'll probably never come across it. And I don't actually know what they're used for in a alchemical sense, but, you know, it's good to have. We should probably switch back to our... what have we... the bastard. Okay. We'll be back by morning by this rate. What a good little jaunt we've had. A bit of Spriggan hunting, bit of tree kicking. It's all come up.
Let's get going.
Roses. It's all smelling of rose. You get what I mean. Oh, right, hunters are up. Okay, we won't be back by morning because it's morning. What the fudge is that thing? Is that a rhinoceros? Okay, that's a thing now apparently. Rhinos. Don't really want to mess with it, to be honest with you. Oh no, they've gone back to sleep. One of them got up. I did see. Oh, there's a third-year Iron Wazaki there, and their clothes. Ah, just baked grapes. Interesting. But yeah, we will head back now. Give this back to Danica. Don't know what we'll get as a reward. If she just says, "Oh, keep Nettlebane," I'm going to be pretty annoyed at that because, you know, that's not really my style. Come on, Earthgird. Keep up. But yeah, I really wanted to play Skyrim because I'm in a bit of a game funk at the minute in a way, because I'm a bit like, oh, I don't want to. I've been playing The Witcher 3, which has been great. I've really enjoyed that, but I am like just absolutely like cannot wait for Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Cyberpunk. I know Watch Dogs Legion comes out before then, and I am going to get that now. I was wondering if I wasn't, but I am going to, simply because you can get the Ubisoft Plus subscription, which gives you like all the games that they release basically for like £15 a month. And I was like, well, the games themselves are like £60. So even if I just do that for 2 months, then I'll probably, you know, complete the game. And then you've got Far Cry coming early next year. So you're like, okay, I can play those 3 games. It would probably cost me about £170 or something. Okay, we'll leave him alone. In actual fact, it's going to probably only cost me about £60 because of, you know, monthly subscriptions if I work my way through those games. And I don't know if Watch Dogs is something I would finish. We'd have to see how I like it, but I definitely wanted to do some videos on it because, of course, it's set in London, and that's you know, I spent many years there. This guy's still wrecking the wolves up, is he? Still just patrolling around here. Very nice. I think he's cast like Stone Skin or something like that. Actually, is that him? Or is that looks like a different guy? Who's this guy? With a woman? Who are you? Oh, Curio.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you.
Another time.
Your mind, seek me out.
Thanks, my Curio. Who are you? My Curio's client. Oh, he's out and about. Protecting. Nice. Very nice. I like that. Yeah, but really looking forward to Assassin's Creed and Cyberpunk, though. Kind of gutted that they're releasing so close together. I don't really get that personally, but, you know, such is life. I think it's 9 days apart. But, you know, I feel like at the minute there's a little bit of a I don't want to say a drought, because there isn't, but you do think like, why didn't one of you release at the beginning of October or something? Because it just feels a bit weird to be that close together. But I don't know, video game people know video games better than me, I guess. I'm sure there's some reason. I know that like trying to have it as close to Christmas as possible, and also the release around the new consoles coming out obviously makes sense. But I don't believe that, like, I know in Cyberpunk's case, like, there's not the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X upgrades are not coming till next year, I think, anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be optimized for those consoles. Be interesting to see how that runs, but I don't think Cyberpunk is yet. So you're getting the same game that you would get, I guess, on PlayStation 4. So I don't think you would get ray tracing or anything like that. And I think with ray tracing as well, they said, especially for I mean, I was always skeptical of the consoles doing ray tracing because I saw how much GPU power it needed on PC from the 20 series, to run. And I was like, well, these consoles kind of target 4K and they want to do ray tracing on top of that. Like, that's really going to be difficult. And I saw that I think it's 4K 30 frames per second with ray tracing, or if you want a higher frame rate, you have to you have to turn off ray tracing. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. But it does feel a massive shame that the kind of the for the high graphic standard is still 30 frames per second on this next generation of consoles. I thought that this generation would be like this. We're doing 60 minimum here for games, and if that means a slight resolution drop, even if it's to 2K, let's do 60 because it's just better. Like, I'm playing Skyrim now and it's in 60 frames per second. It's just better. Skyrim, I won't go any higher than that, to be fair. It's locked to 60, but yeah, I do think it's a bit of a shame. It feels like a lost opportunity for sure. You still with us, of course? Yeah, she's still with us. Yeah, it feels like a lost opportunity. It's a bit sad, but I guess that's just the way of things nowadays, isn't it? Like, 4K is that buzzword that I think people associate, and especially to console players, and not wanting to belittle console players. I play a lot of console games myself. I have a PlayStation. I do love it. I do see the benefits and downsides of both. But the frames per second, I think, because there's nothing on the console which tells you what your frames per second are. So I don't think it's really that. What's going on here? I don't think it's usually been a big point of call. Like, you can say to somebody, this game is 60 frames per second, but the reality is they can't really tell. What's going on here? Bandit armor cracker. Whoa, it's got some steel plate armor here. I'll take that. A horse? I mean, was someone on you and they tried to attack you, or? I don't know. Who knows? And there's a mine up there. I haven't got a thing for it, have I? No. Oh, we need to go to Falkreath after this, don't we? Okay. Yeah, we need to go to Falkreath. I want to get the Helgen storyline going as well, because it's something a bit different, I think. I forgot what I was even talking about now. But, oh yeah, that frames per second, I think because, on PC, obviously, I've got a little frame rate counter in my bottom left corner, and, frame rates are often talked about on benchmarks and things like that because of different setups and configurations. It's a sign of what your PC can do, whereas obviously all consoles being the same, all games playing the same, you don't have frame rate markers to tell you what frame this game is running. So it's hard to tell sometimes between, if there's like a 10 frame difference in a video game. Some people might tell you, I can tell the difference, and they might be able to, but I think the vast majority of people can't tell the difference between, say, 50 and 60. But once you start getting below 30, I think you can. And I struggle with 30 frames per second games now, not from a sickness point of view. I know some people do feel a little sick when they have low frame rates, but just it just judders for me, and it just feels uncomfortable. Having said that, I said I played a lot of console games, and I do get used to it. But if you jump from game to game and you play something higher, it's jarring, to say the least. So, yeah. It's a lovely sign. So, yeah. It's a shame that I guess that's the thing for the next gen. And it makes me worry because I'm like, I know that like over time people will find ways to optimize it, but I do feel like walking in at like 4K 30 just doesn't feel like next gen to me. It feels like a PlayStation 4 Pro again. Yeah. I've always said though, I think that everyone's missed a trick by skipping to 4K when, 1440p, 2K, whatever you want to call it, 2.7K, whatever, was there, and I currently play in it. That's what I record in, that's what I play in, and it is great. I have a 32-inch monitor. It's great. Hello, little bird. Yeah. I don't need 4K.
But you look a little sickly.
Yeah, I am. Apparently, I've got stomach rot. Doesn't sound good. What happened over here? Is he asleep or is he... There's a dead guard over here. What the hell happened? I don't... Right. No, apparently telling us to go over there. There's a side entrance. Never knew that. Look at that. Close to 1,000 hours in Skyrim, and I never knew there was a side entrance to the temple. Ah, Danica doing a bit of healing, I see.
Do you have the Eldergleam sap?
First of all, well, no, 176 gold. Fine,
Of course.
thanks. I got
Wonderful.
sap.
I'll use it to repair the tree. Thank you so much for all your help.
Is that it? The money.
Grace of Kinnereth be with you.
Just the grace of Kinnereth, yeah.
We've stopped.
Not even this potion, though. Alright, well, I mean, that seems a little ungrateful. Not gonna lie. But, could do a bit for the locals, haven't you? Now, we want to head down to Falkreath, which is there. So we're going to have a bit of a trek, which we will save for the next episode, I believe. Yeah. But it's been good to chat and talk and get back into Skyrim. It's always been something I've wanted to carry this series on and will do. And it might, might dip in and out here and there due to certain things like, Cyberpunk, etc., Assassin's Creed. But it'll always be here. It's just, I don't want to say it's like a hallmark of my channel, but it's probably one of the things I'm best known for, let's face it. And as I enjoy it so much at Sardia, no, but how do I want a room. I'm tired. Sleep here. Oh, damn it. Yeah, where's Missy?
Hi, what can I do for you?
Patsy. That's a Monty Python reference. Huh. Well.
Any news of the Alakir?
No, look. Oh my god. Look careful, I'm going to tell the Alakir where you are. To jump on the beams. Right, well, apparently no one's at the inn right now, are they? They're on a break. Brilliant. Brilliant. We need to sleep, we need to eat, we need to drink. I mean, we can do 2 of those things. No. The other place doesn't have. I wonder if there's anywhere. Oh, we could stop over. We could go walk to Riverwood and stop there, can't we? I guess. Let's eat something, and then we'll stop over Riverwood and a goat's cheese wedge and a horse haunch, and some water. Let's go to Riverwood, and I could get a carriage just to Falkreath, but I don't like doing that the first time. Once we get somewhere, I don't mind taking a carriage here and there. But, I actually do want to walk to Falkreath. But we'll just walk to Riverwood now. So I'm nice and refreshed and we can start the next episode with the walk to Falkreath. Because it's daylight as well, so it feels a bit better to walk in the daylight. Need to get my sleep schedule back on track. Also, can put this stupid torch away now, can't we? It's a very foggy day. A lot of fog. Birds in the sky. Mountain high. And rhyming. Good day, sir. Good day to you. Feels like we were just here. I think I've said this before about Skyrim, that I feel like one of the most underrated things about Skyrim is the walking around. It's something which I think a lot of video games nowadays try to not get you to do, which is walk around, because walking's boring. Who wants to keep doing this all the time? But what this does, I think, is it immerses you in the world a bit more. If you have a stunning world, it's actually not that bad, because you're just kind of looking around going, wow. You know, you have some random events which pop up here and there, and the reality is things break it up along the way for you to look at or do, you know, as you go through. I think sometimes Skyrim, I think, has a really good balance of walking and interesting things. Sometimes things like, say, Assassin's Creed, for example, doesn't, and just overflows. You can't walk 10 feet without some activity happening, or an enemy there, or something like that, and it gets a bit like, kind of want to just look around a bit, you know. So I think that Skyrim really has that nice balance of walking, but also having to be a little bit on guard sometimes for enemies, some random events, and just having some stunning views. I mean, obviously we're a bit foggy today, but you know, otherwise the views are pretty good, and having that lovely, gorgeous music in the background as well really helps kind of set the mood. So I think it's something, well, I always enjoy wandering around in Skyrim and other kind of games, and you don't always have to have everything. Like, I know that there are video games people are like, I want to play the game, I don't want to just walk. But I mean, I like walking simulators, so maybe I'm the best person to kind of do this. You know, I like those games, but I do think sometimes that people are in such a hurry to do things that they do miss out on the actual, you know, game itself, the world that it creates. And it's a shame sometimes, because they can be really stunning. You know, some of the little details you see in these video games that people just pass on by because they're constantly fast traveling here or there and everywhere. You know, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a really good example of a game which does it very well, where, you know, you often have to travel vast distances on your horse, and yeah, that does annoy some people, I think, in it, but it's also really cool, right? And it doesn't really take as long as you think, does it, to wander everywhere? So, Dragon Bounty, have you ever visited Darklight Tower? No, I haven't ever visited Darklight Tower, actually.
Come on, just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Oh, thank you, Orgnar.
We got food.
You got any work?
Take a look at this.
Okay. Silent Bones Camp. I'd like to refill my water. Thank you, Orgnar. And apparently you don't have any rooms, because I have to speak to Delphine.
We've stopped. What is it?
You just let people sleep on the...
I'm the sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thanks. Is it this one? Yes. Right. It's 8 AM. I only want to sleep safe for like 5 hours because I still want to have daylight on the water to Falkreath. Wondering if this is enough. Yeah, well rested. Good. Okay. We will finish up there for now, ladies and gentlemen. Next time we'll wander off the Falkreath. But thank you so much for watching, as always. It's been my pleasure. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.